Hello and welcome. We are back at it again with another banger. And you should have your scatter plot filled out. Did you notice a pattern? Was there a relationship here? Do you notice a relationship? I noticed a relationship. Yes. I noticed that, first of all, yes, we should have noticed a relationship. Absolutely. As the number of minutes studied blanked, the test scores blanked. This is what your answers should look like. This is the kind of vocabulary we're going to be using talking about bivariate data. So help me out here. Yes, we notice a relationship. As the number of minutes, what? Increased, right? You're used to using that language. As the number of minutes increased, the test scores increase as the number of minutes. Yeah, as the number of minutes increase, the test scores also increase, right? That's the relationship that I noticed here, right? And that's what you call a positive association, right? As when both variables are increasing, that's what you call positive association. Now, which point seems not to fit with the others, right? This looks like if you were going to make a line, it kind of looks like you can make a line a little bit, but again, it's scattered, it's fine. But one of these points seems a little out of place, right? It looks like this little guy right here. Oh, this little guy right there, right? What point is that? What point is that? Go ahead and look at your table. What point is that? I'm going to highlight it real quick. It's going to be 86. You study for 86 minutes and you still got a 38? Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Go ahead and label that. Come on, bruh. Why do you think that is? Pause. Tell me why you think that is. Why do you think somebody would study for 86 minutes and still get a 38? Maybe they were recording their minutes while they were watching TV. Maybe they were on TikTok while they were studying. But this is not okay. This is something when you have points that are relatively close together and you have one point all the way outside of the other points, is what we call an outlier. All right? It's what we call an outlier. Go ahead and put this down too. It's what we call an outlier. You can think about like they're outside of the regular, they're lying about what they did. Like you could call it an outlier, right? You might see some of this sometimes when you see things relatively close together and there's one outside of the norm. It's what you call an outlier, right? Maybe they were on TikTok studying. Maybe they were recording their minutes while they were on TikTok. You know, it happens. Don't front. Don't front. Right, so we're talking about patterns of association and relationships here. We just talked about, right, this, you could kind of form a line here with the scatter plots. Yes, there's a positive relationship here, but you might have outliers here, right? And think about a basketball team. Like the taller you are, the more likely you are to be on a basketball team, right? Shout out to all my ballers out there, right? So that was a positive association. You can also have a negative association and just random no association at all, right? So for positive association, as one variable, think about what we just did on the previous page. As one variable increases, what happened to so when our minutes increase, what happened to our test scores? The other variable will also increase, right? It's roughly linear. If roughly linear, the slope is positive, right? If you can find a sort of a line there, right, it's a positive sort of slope, right? Increasing, positive, right? But a negative association is as one variable what? What do you think this is going to be? We're always starting with our x, right? As one variable increases, as time goes on, what's going to happen? The other variable is going to decrease, right? So the more time you spend on TikTok, the more minutes on TikTok, right? The lower your grades are going to be. Think about that. The more time you spend on TikTok, the lower your grades are probably going to be, right? So if roughly linear, the slope is going to be negative. Right? More time on TikTok, the lower your grade is going to be. The more time you spend in the store, the less money you're going to have, right? You're going to buy more things. Sometimes there's a random, right? There's no association. It's random. There's no clear positive or no clear negative. They don't make any sort of linear relationship here, right? And this is why I like this stuff, because this applies to the real world, right? So what we're going to do, what you're going to do is you're going to determine if the following relationships are positive, negative, or no association. Let me show you how, you should be thinking about this, right? So let's look at A, the amount you exercise and your level of fitness. So the amount you exercise, right? Always start off with increasing. Always increase that first variable. If the amount of your exercising increases, your level of fitness you should become more fit. I think you should become more fit if you exercise more, right? I haven't been to the gym in a while, so My fitness is going down. Anyway, the amount of you exercise and your level of fitness should go up. So that should be a positive relationship, right? Positive association right there, right? Take a look at B. See if you can do B on your own. Make sure you make your labels here. The amount you mess around in class, if the amount, you always start with that first variable increasing, right? If you increase the amount that you mess around in class, your paycheck average is probably going to go up. No, it's going to go down, right? Paychecks, remote learning. What is a paycheck in remote learning, right? So this is going to be increase, decrease. That looks like a negative association. C, temperature. If the temperature increases or the hotter it gets, if the temperature increases, the height of kids in class, depending on how hot it is, does that mean that the height of the kids in the class is going to change? No, I'm gonna put a question mark right there. That really doesn't have any relationship there, which means this is going to be what? Positive, negative? No association here. There's no association between how hot it is and how tall people are, right? That doesn't make much sense in your class, right? If it's hot in class, the kids are gonna get taller? No, that doesn't make sense, right? So what I'm gonna want you to do is make these same annotations as you read D through G, and on the next slide, you'll see my thoughts if it was positive, negative, or no association, right? I'll check you later.